Χρέος. Ας παρακολουθήσουμε τα σημαντικότερα σημεία.
Last time you visited Greece, the atmosphere was rather unpleasant. We all remember your vivid dialogues with Mr. Varoufakis. Does it seem like another life, another country?
It's a long time ago, yeah. It was 2015, and of course the first half of 2015 was extremely difficult for Greece, because after the economy was doing so much better in 2014, everything went downhill again at the beginning of 2015. The relationship with the European partners was going downhill also. We had a lot of trouble keeping everything on track.
Do you believe that if it wasn't for this first semester of 2015, Greece would be already out of programs?
It's difficult to say. The second program, of course, was never completed. Basically, at the end of 2014, it stopped without finishing it. And then there were the early elections. Could it have gone differently if the elections were later, if the program would have been completed? There could have been debt talks already then. It could have been different. It could have been different.
Mm-hmm. Now, how is your cooperation with the Greek government? Are all the ministers on the same page? Are they all committed to the implementation of this program and the implementation of the reforms needed?
I think at the moment we're all focused on finishing the third review. It should be done by the end of the year. Mm-hmm. And Prime Minister Tsipras has been very clear that he wants it to be finished by the end of the year. So the interesting thing is now that all our interests are aligned. We all have the same interest. Let's get it done. Let's finish this phase at the end of the year. And then the beginning of next year, we start working towards the final exit, which is going to be in August. And Prime Minister Tsipras is taking the lead in the government to make absolutely sure that everyone delivers and that we are done with the review at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Ντάισελμπλουμ, can you now reassure the Greek people that no more fiscal measures will be necessary?
First of all, I fully realize what efforts and what hardship the Greek people have gone through in the last years. In no other country has the crisis been so deep and so long. The budget is in a much better position now. So much work has been done.
But there is a but here.
No. The key issue is here to stabilize that effort, to make sure that it doesn't slip away.
The governmental narrative is built now on the premise that Greece will achieve a clean exit from the third program. Is it as simple as that, or will Greece be under some kind of supervision, reviews, and tied to some kind of a program after August?
Well, first of all, I think it's our joint ambition to have that clean exit. It's not just the wish of the Greek government, it's the wish of the Eurozone. Mm-hmm. Secondly, is it possible? Yes, it can be done, but it would require that in the coming period, between now and August, everything falls in place. So the review is completed, all the other elements in the program are finished, so the program is successfully completed, and market access is achieved. All of those things need to happen. We can't miss out on any of these elements, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult. But can it be done? Yes, it can. Are we all motivated to get it done? Absolutely.
But Greece has long-term commitments, so how will Europe supervise if Greece accomplishes these commitments?
Well, I think like in any former program country, there will be what is called post-program surveillance. So Ireland has it, Spain, Portugal, Cyprus, they all have post-program surveillance. It's a very light form of surveillance. The institutions will come twice a year to see what the situation is, how the economy is developing, etc. And if things are going off track, they will warn us and the government.
Mm-hmm. Turning to banks now, Mr. Ντάισελμπλουμ, there's a lot of discussion about which kind of test will be finally chosen, the AQR or typical stress tests.
I don't have a opinion whether it should be an asset quality review or a stress test. The key issue here is that towards the end of the program, we need to establish whether the banks are fit. whether they will survive on their own. Given all the work that's been done, the recapitalization that has taken place, the new capital that has been brought in, it's important to establish that we are finished for now with the banks, that they are stable and strong. If that can be done with a stress test, that's fine. If it requires an AQR, so be it. I think that's up to the banking authorities. I don't think that should be a political decision.
Το μήνυμα